through writing, spoken word, storytelling, and videography. She is consciously unlearning messages that she unconsciously learned that hindered her from living wholeheartedly. She is a contributor to the anthology Imagining Monsters, and absolutely is part of the Change Makers as well, and is written in there. She's got lots of other things that she's been doing, but also she's developed the Compassionate Activism program, where she works in advocacy, education, and is the creator of Beyond the Story project, and an advert blogger and vlogger. So I'll give you Mitzy. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for this day. I've been really appreciating the experience. I want to share that this poem was created during a 1-week workshop connecting with the people that I work with a program with Les and Ken from Otto Kerpal. And before that, I had experienced my friend Ina Anderson, who's a playwright who does a play called The Mahafa, who shared the experience of the continental slave trade, and it started off showing the people in Africa that they were free before they were stolen and become slaves. And before that, I was experiencing reading The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And with that, I'll share with you in this moment. And all those things came up when I wrote this. In this moment, I am the hope of my ancestors, Maya Angelou writes in a poem. I could fully embrace that now. But in the time past when I was a child, laying with my back against the earth, looking up at the sun, the blue sky around me, and awareness of my being, I had no connection to that statement at all. For once upon a time, my ancestors had peace and freedom. In those moments, that was all I had. I bear witness that I had to experience psychiatric oppression to understand the oppression of slavery. In this moment, I am so sorry. I was compliant, given labels and drugs, saying, thank you, please. I was not rebellious like the people who try to free themselves from slavery and label drapetomania, equivalent in my mind to forced psychiatry. People who knew of the injustice and fought for human rights and freedom. Instead, shame and guilt consumed me, and my fear was used against me. I blame myself as the oppressor judged and labeled me, colluding with my torturers, saying something was wrong with me, instead of asking what happened to cause me mental slavery. Desperate for the American dream shown on TV of Mercedes-Benz and white picket fences, I accepted the help. Agreeing with the labels caused me to judge myself the same, and I became my worst enemy. I did not teach myself this hate towards me, but only I could remember freedom and free myself. It is no excuse to stay unconscious and not learn and grow. The ignorance I thought was bliss almost left me lifeless. Used for someone else to profit from my suffering. Drugged, but they called it medicated. Labeled, but they called it diagnosis. Hindered, but they called it helping. Having peace and freedom again in this lifetime is no small thing. Having peace and freedom again in this lifetime meant recognizing the pain within. Having peace and freedom. Peace and freedom. Peace and freedom meant feeling every emotion perhaps look like sin, and sometimes it did. Having peace and freedom again in this lifetime means forgiveness and letting love win. I beg you to remember freedom as your first existence on this planet called Earth. In this moment of time, my grandma is getting beat, unable to go to school, not learning how to read. In this moment, my grandmother is reciting Bible verses to me every night before I lay my head down to sleep. I am grateful for her great memory. In this moment, my mother is being raped by her brother and threatened to be killed by him when she spoke up, asking him to stop raping their little sister. In this moment, my mother is beating me with electric cords and rubber hoses, telling me I am black and ugly like my father. I believe her. In this moment, I see my mother. She's a little girl and she hasn't healed. She feels pain. She wants to feel love. She hurts So she wants to hurt me. In this moment, my peace is a threat to her. My question and her inadequacies is a threat to her. In this moment, I know she only did to me what was done to her. In this moment, I work hard for awareness. My suffering was never a brain disease that any pill. In this moment, my mind is wrapped up in the hurt and pain, thinking of the past and dreaming of the future that would never come. It's the soul that needed the surgery, Beyonce sings in the song, and the time is always now. In this moment, I buy my mother dinner and sit and share life with her. She is proud of her grandchildren. In this moment, my father has all he needs and more from his parents, but being taught he is less than by his grandfather. Great-granddad said, "Leave the mangoes on the ground, let them rot." My dad, hungry belly, little tot. A wealthy man with a fancy car once treated him nicely. The effects of better than still lingered greatly. My father wished to be a big shot man and drive big cars, lots of money and nice clothes. In this moment, my father is manipulating his child. He says, "You should always make sure people like you." In this moment, he is touching me. I want him to love me. In this moment, I have cried many tears, hated myself, think that I would have better off been dead. Feelings of shame and guilt consumed me. And when my tiny hand is holding his as we walk in the sunshine, confidence is mine. In this moment, I forgive him. In this moment, I am telling what has happened to me. In this moment, family members won't speak to me. In this moment, it doesn't matter if anyone likes me. Keeping secrets would cause my soul to die. In this moment, I have children that I desire to love unconditionally. Instead, I've come to expect them to live for me while I die slowly. I've created great burdens for them to carry. I dump my suffering and my sorrows on them. In this moment, my child tells me that he sits at the closed window in the dark with the curtains drawn. He has watched my loneliness engulf me. He wants to reach me, tells jokes to make me laugh. He sees me sad and asks, "Mommy will cry today?" How to reach him because I am numb on psychotropic drugs. In this moment, I accept a diagnosis from my child. I look to those to tell me what his human experience means. I don't push him to study hard or read a book. TV has our time to share, talk, learn to, or even cook. Fast food has become our constant remedy to comfort what cannot be comforted, a hole in the space that should be a mother's and father's love. In this moment, my child wishes me to say to her, "Mommy, look, I'm standing at the edge of the train track. Come and catch me before I fall." "Mommy, look, why can't you see me? Don't you love me at all?" "Yes, my love, I see you, but I can't see me." In this moment, I am stuck. You try to rise above my words of failure and defeat, but they keep repeating. I tell you that you're the eagle and there is no bottle. You could soar as high as you want to fly. In this moment, you are my child and I want freedom for you. Baby girl, can't you see? I want to ask for help. I dreamt of a better life for you and me, but accepting the labels left me like a monkey with my hand under the glass, reaching for the peanuts, stuck, completely forgetting my greatness. What was happening in my mind? Shame, blame, disgust, fear, pain, better than, less than, anger, regret, lacking, burdens. I wanted to love you. I wanted to love me, but I kept judging, comparing, and competing. In this moment, I don't know what love is, for if it is never received, how could it be given? In this moment, all of us are living in this vulnerable world. Respect others' life experiences and take risks to live my own. Strangers have become friends that support me and lift me up. Today's gone, tomorrow not here yet, and the present moment is beautiful. In this moment, love has returned. Who does it profit to call myself names? In this moment, it made me feel validated that I wasn't bad for the things I couldn't control that happened to me. But then the label took away the expectations for me to live up to my best human potential, what that means for me. In this moment, I started to dream again. I see myself running as fast as I can again. I start learning about myself again. In this moment, Others can't see me, so I have to see myself again. In this moment, I asked the question, who says I'm well? In this moment, I lost trust in myself and I asked, how do I know I'm well? In this moment, I am consciously unlearning all the things I unconsciously learned, and I know that I decide who I am. In this moment, learning to let go as quickly as possible has given me strength to forgive and move forward, not expecting perfectionism. In this moment, there is forgiveness. I've gained awareness. I found myself worthy. In this moment, I find you worthy. I believe we're all worthy. In this moment, I want a mother and a father. I imagine it meant unconditional love. In this moment, I have support, love, connection, and belonging. The suffering has brought clarity. It's not about the pretty, it's about the presence. I work hard. I work to stop letting pain be motivation. I am from the kidnapped people, sold into chattel slavery, their strength used to build nations. I'm from the people who held their children up to the sky saying, there is nothing greater than you under the sun. I'm the one, because of internalized oppression, forgot how to have fun. In this moment, I am rolling down hills, walking barefoot in the streams and catching butterflies. I am the hope and the dreams of my ancestors. In this moment, I have peace. In this moment, I am free. In this moment, I'm just me. Thank you.